Reports an increase in the number of cases involving children threatened into sending explicit photos online. It's called sextortion. It's a traumatizing crime to victims, especially kids. They often stay silent from shame and embarrassment. It's a topic a lot of parents might not feel comfortable talking to their kids about, but listen to the people who help victims and the ones who hunt suspects. They say the crime has skyrocketed and it's worth the discomfort to talk to your kids.
Without a doubt, if your child is online, they're going to be targeted.
This is the fastest growing threat to teens, typically ages 10 to 17, and has the highest number of child victims per offender than all other child sexual exploitation crimes that exist right now.
Sextortion. When a victim sends a nude image to someone they think they can trust, immediately the conversation changes.
Send more or else threat. That more could be more sexually explicit content, send money, threats to meet up in person and actually engage in a sexual encounter with someone to avoid this threat.
It happens everywhere.
This crime does not discriminate against age, gender, socioeconomic status, really anything.
Every kid wants an iPad, a watch, gaming system, a cell phone. Parents cave and say they'll monitor, set up protections. But kids are crafty, so are predators. Alex Duran is the supervisory special agent over the Crimes Against Children and Human Trafficking Task Force for the FBI covering San Antonio and Austin.
The majority of the sextortion cases we work are what we call financially motivated sextortion.
One child meets another, supposedly from a school down the road on a gaming site or on social media. A relationship develops with someone they think they can trust.
They've obtained an image, it's all in false pretenses, and now they just want to milk them for every last dollar they can.
Brooke Bobo is with Ransomed Life, a nonprofit working with sexually exploited and trafficked children across San Antonio.
Boys tend to be a little bit more impulsive.
They typically are going to target teenage boys. It's easier and quicker to get them to trust and to send an image.
Social media is not the only threat.
Your child should not be playing games with people they don't know.
Duran says it's very difficult to prosecute these crimes.
The vast majority, over 90% of them, are located overseas.
From a $25 gift card to hundreds of dollars. Ashamed, embarrassed, the child believes they have to hand over whatever the other person asks.
They're either scared, nervous, whatever the case may be, so they certainly aren't going to tell their parents.
Duran says the crime is significantly underreported, but still, numbers are up.
Exponential increase. It takes up a majority of the reports that we get on a daily basis.
This is not a certain part of town issue. This is a technological issue and an accessibility issue.
For some victims, it very quickly becomes an impossible situation to dig out of.
The pendulum swing is suicide.
How am I going to explain this, or is my image going to get leaked online? They do the worst, right? They take their own life.
Duran says online companies have a role, but parents have the largest.
Children are going to make mistakes. If you give them access and unfettered access to the internet, then that's on the parent and the adult, whoever is giving them the phone and the access to the social media.
Ransomed Life speaks at schools, community events all across the region. Ransomed Life facilitates counseling and educates adults too.
Be a trusted adult. We need a community filled with child advocates. If you ever made a mistake, doesn't matter how bad it is, I want you to come to me.
And if you're not protecting them, they are going to become a victim because there's just that many predators out there.
This is a map from Ransomed Life. It shows San Antonio, Bexar County surrounding area. Every single heart on this board represents a zip code where Ransomed Life has served a child, so one of these victims.